says if you fear that you're not doing justice, especially to the orphans, then marry the women who are suitable for you in 2s and 3s and 4s. Because by doing that, you'll take care of the widows, you'll take care of the orphans as well. But of course, a person can stretch himself out too thinly. And he might not do justice even with his good intentions. He wants to marry 4, but he may not do justice. And in that case, you just stick with 1, because you may not do justice by marrying the multiple. That is most suitable so that you do not swerve from justice. So again, it's all about justice and about achieving what is right and wholesome for that society. We cannot then take that and say, okay, so this becomes a general rule for all times and all places, regardless of circumstances. Yes, if such circumstances should arise, which make this institution suitable for promoting what is good in the society, then yes. If you have a situation with many single mothers who have children to take care of and they're struggling, they cannot make ends meet, and nobody comes to the rescue of these individuals. And if a sister says to her husband, you know, honey, look at that sister is suffering. Let's take her into our home and let her be a wife along with me, and her children be your children, and my children as well, and we'll take care of them. Now that's something beautiful. I don't think anyone would argue with that. But people fear the other sort of situation. I don't know if you have it here, but I noticed it in Canada. You know, a brother marries a woman, and he doesn't go through the legal routine, so he just does a little nikah on the side, and then he has children with her, and then she receives a welfare check, and the more children, the more you receive. So he has a few kids with her, and he marries another one in a similar way, and he gets a welfare check there as well. So he goes from one home to another, which is not his home. You know, the apartments are rented by the sisters who are getting this reasonable income through the social security system. And he doesn't have to work outside of the bedroom. He just goes from one apartment to another, makes more children, and he enjoys himself. Is this really Islam? Is that what the Quranic verse is talking about? Or the Quranic verse is talking about a very different situation? So we can see that there are some situations which you know, people might misinterpret the verse and apply it to those situations. And we can see that there are some real situations to which the verse actually provides a reasonable solution. So I leave it at that. Then I've said quite enough, and I know that you have obligations, other things to do. I'd like to hear any questions that you have, if the Master of Ceremonies will permit us to go on. Otherwise, I'll be speaking again later on tonight, so I would invite you to come back tonight and let's deal with whatever questions remain as much as the time will permit.
Yeah, I think we'll have a very brief Q&A session. As I said earlier, I'd like to approach the non-Muslims, so if they have any questions, please ask. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can talk informally if you
okay, I think we'll end at this, and then, yeah, please help yourself to the lunch. Thank you.